It's incredible how you were able to realize this at such an early age, how it's affecting your attention span, how it's influencing the choices you make, how it's taking away from how present you are and how you show up for yourself and others. What made you like, what contributes to that realization that you had an early age? Because we're always so influenced, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
And although at some level we do know how it's impacting our lives and
Yeah.
our present and our attention span, there is another side of things wherein people fear being away from the connection, being
Yeah.
away from their friends or what they're doing and not being part of the tribe, which almost comes back to survival in some ways. So what made you realize at such an early age, okay, this is the route I want to go on,
Yeah.
which is very different from what the tribe is doing? And how did that feel in the beginning and how does it feel now?
That's such an interesting question, and I'd like to discuss the tribe thing once I answer like the first part of
Yeah.
your question. How I decided that at an early age, I'm not actually sure, to be honest. It started with a very casual, over the summer, my sister and I decided we're gonna like delete our Snapchats or something. And then that
Sister was even younger, no?
sister was even younger. She's now has social media, but we
Okay.
kind of started with that together.
Okay.
And once I did that, I started very clearly seeing my life with and without it and the impacts that it was having then. I think that combined with the fact that it also was a personality thing. I've never been too fussed as a person about what other people were doing with their lives, because I think it's not because I'm like I have some special ability, but it's because I'm self-aware in the sense that I know I can also fall into these comparison traps,
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm above anybody, and I know I can fall into these. So I actually, instead of like going to the poison, I try and stay
You're
away.
humble enough to know
Exactly.
that.
I know I'm not better than
Yeah.
So I stay away from the poison entirely.
Yeah.
And that over the years I have actually had moments of thinking like
Go
it would be
back.
really, because I hear these stories of like somebody connected with some old friend and now they're meeting, and it's like I've always had things like that where I've wondered like maybe it would be nice to have those sorts of connections. But then on the flip side, are you really, and this comes back to your tribe point, are you really more connected online than you would be otherwise? Because those connections that you're building of like seeing what the other person is doing on vacation or the business that they've built, it's nice to know, but are you really connecting to each other? I think it's also kind of a parasocial relationship that you almost develop even with your own friends.
Yeah.
What has your experience in relationship with that been?
I think it's so much true. The relationships you build over social media, they're really shallow. And I think the more you do that over time, it takes away your ability to really connect deeply with someone offline as well. Because obviously, what you practice is what you become and what you become better at, per se. So if you are in the habit of developing those relationships online, it almost takes away opportunity to do so offline, and
Yeah.
in offline you would go through these uncomfortable, awkward moments and stuff that by overcoming those you become a better communicator and better connector with
Yeah.
people. You seem beyond what they're saying and go into their expressions and stories and learn to build empathy for them. And all of these social skills are so fundamental, and they're only developed, in my personal opinion, in person. Hi guys, it's Parmeet. I just wanted to touch on this quickly. Over 80% of you guys listening are not subscribed to the show. The more subscribers we have, the easier it becomes for us to share this message with as many people as possible. You never know whose life it can change. So please hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.